That. This is what I'm working on here. Looky there. There's a fade out option right there. I'm figuring out StreamYard, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining me for the very first, numero uno, the very first live StreamYard Christian Painters YouTube event or broadcast or vidcast. What do you call these things? I've been kind of wondering. Well, I've had the best of Papa life today. How about you? As it turns out, it's Grandparents' Day at Six Flags. And sure enough, I am more of a father and daddy than I am a grandparent. But hey, take advantage of it all, right? So I had a great day at Six Flags already with my awesome grandson. Enjoying the Papa life, indeed. So thanks to his Jam-All Jams. How are you today? I think I've pretty much already decided that I won't be keeping this video. It being my first, it's going to be very raw. And possibly nobody shows up. But I'm going to tell you out of the gates that I have like an idea, and I'm going to go through my idea with you. Anybody watching, I will entertain. I have ideas. I will go through my ideas with you. But also, I want to get someone to come on live with me. Like, I'm already bored. If you don't know that. Not really. I have a plan and we're all good. But here's the thing is that I have just recently figured out that StreamYard gives me this option that you can see down here in the comments. If you go over here to the comments, it says link. There it is. If you just click that link right there, there it is. So just here's a kind of apology telling you I'll be on very soon. I'm actually an hour late today, but I did that on purpose, meaning scheduling. I apologize for everybody that I put off for an hour. I had originally scheduled this for 11:05, I think, this morning, a.m. But like I said, went out to Six Flags with my grandson and the Jam-All Jams, and we had a blast. I know that most people are still outside enjoying this beautiful Texas weather. But some of you other people, you may be enjoying the rainy indoors with the afternoon cup of coffee. Let me announce now, please click on that link if you have questions about house painting. That's who I am. I'm a professional house painter. If, especially, you want to paint your house, if you want an estimate, and I'm going to repeat that throughout this time I spend together with you, until hopefully someone hops on. I've got a customer right now in the Hearst area, it's safe enough to say that, right, that needs an exterior paint. And she had actually said that she wanted to surprise her husband with the estimate. And I'm not, that's not new to me. I've been in business over 23 years. I've had multiple customers say the same things. There's that little link. We'll do it that way right there. Click that link and let's rock and roll here and give you a free estimate. But here's the thing is customer in Hearst was kind enough to make a video, but in the video she showed everything up close and I didn't really get to see the house from just the size of the house. If I can see, you know, like the front of the house, the whole front of the house, and then one section, like the whole garage area or the whole front area at a time. And then if I can see the whole side or the whole back, or same thing, break it down like into two halves in the back or two halves in the front. That's really what I need. From there, obviously we need the detail. So we need both. And so she did very good by giving me the detail. But I actually need the whole house. And so that's the idea here is I, number one, don't know how YouTube works. I don't know how StreamYard works, but I know this kind of stuff makes them very happy, like very happy. So I'm going to be doing this live. And all I'm going to do is I made me 2 cups of afternoon coffee. I've decided I can at least do that much once or twice a week. But hopefully when I'm doing this, I will have customers. I do have people that contact me, and I have people that contact me from other areas that, you know, I just can't afford to give free estimates. And I don't know if you're running into that with other professional painters or not. I think you are. But either way, it doesn't matter which painter you hire, me or someone else. And I don't mind talking about the competitors at all. So if you have someone you want to talk about, you can bring it up. That's how this works is I'm going to go through what I have planned, and anyone who has a question can ask it here in the comments. I'm right here in the live comment stream right now. I can show you. There's one comment that I put up. There's the StreamYard comment. It tells you how to work. There's my other comment. And there's the comment with the link. So I'm in the comments right now. So anyone who leaves a comment, that's awesome. So please leave a comment. Tell me where you're from. Tell me if you have house painting needs, anything, so that I know who all is listening live. After the video ends, you can still leave a comment and I will still answer as long as this video is up. The odds are, though, I'm going to 86 this video, especially if no one contacts me for a free estimate. That's pretty much how it'll work. If someone contacts me for a free estimate, has the patience, I'll walk you through it. It won't take much time. It'll take less time and there'll be less anxiety. All right. Thank you. I've got someone on. I'm going to have to take off my shades there. Hi, I love painting. Daniel Russ, I don't know. What is that last name? I don't mind picking up. Now is just as good a time as any to explain. I'm actually on my iPhone 13, Rosas. Is that how you say it? Daniel Rosas. I've got a brother in the house today. Thank you. I love you watching. I love painting. I do. I enjoy it. That's why I chose house painting. There were multiple reasons, but one is that I do enjoy it. I enjoy all of it. I enjoy cleaning, actually. I enjoy prep work, and I enjoy painting. It's all enjoyable to me, but I especially enjoy the accomplishment. I enjoy looking back at the job after I've completed it, knowing that I've done all the right things, and that it looks really, good, and the customer is happy and likes it and everything. And so I've been in business over 23 years. So in Mansfield, for example, the neighborhood around the golf course is called the Walnut Creek Estates. And so in the Walnut Creek Estates around the country club, Walnut Creek Golf Course and Country Club Golf, Walnut Creek is the actual creek. And then Walnut Creek Country Club Golf Course is that's all combined together. So in that whole area, those houses on the golf course, thank you very much to each and every one of you. But I painted half of those houses back in the day, prior to 2007. All those people, they have custom homes over there, and they're really nice homes. And they have wallpaper in all the rooms, wallpaper in the dining room, kitchen, dining room, formal dining, I meant to say kitchen dining, all the bathrooms. And so I developed a reputation pretty quickly for removing wallpaper, priming the walls properly, floating them, and texturing them. And so we got into doing hand trowel textures because I was doing a lot of faux finishes. I'm an artist. That's why I can say that I enjoy painting, because I am an artist. And so that's how I got into this. That's how my business really grew. Was I marketed Mansfield and found a great customer base, and I made a lot of customers happy. And so that's what keeps me alive are my former customers that reschedule. And if you're in the painting business, Daniel Rosas, then you know what I'm talking about. Repeat customers is always the best, no matter what business you're in, right? But anyway, hey, Daniel, if you want to, I'm going to ask you to, like, I would like you to click on that StreamYard link. If you do, it'll give me a notification and say, hey, you got someone over here. See, I click right over here and I can see you in my participants. They call it backstage. And make sure you are who you are. Then you can actually turn your camera off to where we just hear your voice, if that makes you feel better. But I'd like for you to come on live. I'd like for anybody to come on live. I have a music channel. And I've done multiple of these StreamYards through my music channel. And I decided I would not do one through Christian Painters out of respect to my customers, because I have, and my subscribers, I have over 3,100 subscribers here. And that's not, big time, but for a house painting business, that's pretty awesome. Just like the amount of videos that I have. I have over 1,800 videos on this YouTube channel now, and most of them are really good videos. Most people find them to be helpful. Of course, you have haters, and so I have a lot of people that come on my videos, like trying to instruct me and give me instructions and tell me how to do, run my business. And then I go look at there, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should listen. Who are these people? So, like most people who have the time, I go see who they are commenting, and they don't have any videos up, they don't really use their YouTube channel but to comment, and usually their comments are more negative than they are positive or supportive when they're critiquing, if you will. So it's all good and okay. Hey, I'm good with it, But anyway, I'm going to ask you again, Daniel, click on that StreamYard link. Come on live, brother. Anybody else watching, please leave a comment. Again, this is my first StreamYard live right here on Christian Painters YouTube. The primary purpose that I'm doing this live is so that I can more conveniently estimate any painting needs that you may want. There's no risk, if I can't convince you here live on this camera that I'm the painter that you should hire, then I'm not going to be able to convince you if I come to your house personally either, So I'm not worried about it. I got nothing to lose in this process, but everything to gain. And so I like the odds here, right? I'm convinced that I can give you a free estimate and it won't take long. The thing that increases the amount of time are just the questions that you have to ask. And I encourage those questions. I'm not going to discourage questions here. So even if you don't need a free estimate and you have questions about your painting, not critiquing me, you're trying to trick me. We can get on here and sharpen swords if you want, but that's not why I'm here. I'm here to facilitate free estimates. In this age, I am in South Arlington and Mansfield. This is my primary service area, South Arlington and Mansfield. So I can easily service Central Arlington, North Arlington, Alvarado. I like going south to Alvarado, for the record. Rendon. I love all of my customers out in the Rendon area, this side of 35. Don't mean to be so picky and choosy, but people on the west side of I-35, south of 20, just are the people that you don't want to be on the same road with. So it's too much for me to drive over there. Those people are crazy. And so I don't mind the country roads. 1187 don't bother me at all. I know every country road through there. There's not a road in Rendon and Alvarado in that vicinity, Alvarado. Mostly, I'm going to take that back. I don't know all of Alvarado, but I know all the streets out to Alvarado. So I have Rendon down pat. So bring it on, Rendon. As a matter of fact, I'd love to help you out with your farm. If you have farm animals, if you have, chickens that need to be taken care of while you're out for the weekend, I'd like to make myself available. Now, right now, I'm currently not available to do that, but if someone actually needed real, honest help out there, let me know and I can make the arrangements, trust me. But hey, I'm going to get back to what I'm doing here. And what I'm doing is offering free estimates to my customer. I have a customer right now in Hearst. I'm using her as an example because she's my most recent customer. I had a customer contact me last week. It was a former customer. He needed 2 houses painted. He has 2 rental homes. And I just got extremely busy is one. And 2 is that I tried to communicate with him a little better via phone and text about, what I needed to charge. And, he said, just meet me at the house. And he might have been saying, just meet me at the house because I know what you charge and I don't care. I'm going to hire you. But he should have said something along those lines because I'm not impressed anymore when people call and say, hey, I need you. I've got a job. Yeah, I'm not impressed. You got to understand this economy is not just hard on me. It's hard on everybody. And I'm the only painter that will be upfront and open and honest with you about it. It's one of my best and worst traits. So I'm upfront and open about your job. I'm informative about your job. I want you, if you choose to be. If you don't, I don't mind at all. Just letting me do my job, and I get the job done, and you're happy. We're both happy. But if you want to be informed, I like to inform you as my customer. And so that's part of what this is about. So that encompasses the 2 main gists of why I'm going to be on here every week, and why when my customers contact me and say, hey, I have a house out in Weatherford. It has 2, it needs the paint removed because it might be, it just might need a lot of paint removed and repainted, right? Well, not Weatherford. Well, I'm just going to stick with Weatherford. It was actually a different city. But since I said Weatherford, I'm going to stick with Weatherford to protect my customer. But it's a different city, and it's a far away drive for me. And I don't mind making that drive. It isn't that far, but with gas prices, time, it literally takes me 30 minutes to get there. I don't know how much gas, wear and tear on my vehicle. And I don't know who's hiring me. I don't know what's going on. I just know that these people need their house painted. I can't do that. My customer is understanding. It's been a long time supportive customer. That's why I'm protected. You know who you are probably if you listen to this or are listening. But I can't do that. I'm going to tell you about those 2 jobs because those are both great examples. I am not capable of going to Hearst to give a free estimate. It cost me money that I don't have. This bad economy had already affected me and my business prior to the pandemic. And so it's not just the bad economy. I've been pretty open for years about the fact that the Mansfield store, when they opened, they brought in 150 different paint contractors. There's 100 paint contractors in Mansfield today. And, you could say, some people have said, my banker at Frost Bank, president, my customer, not going to give his name, that's enough. President of Frost Bank in Mansfield, Texas, my bank. Literally told me, well, you're lucky you didn't have the competition before the store opened. I'm like, what? And all that's cool. It's not the competition. That's not the problem. The issue is that if you go into any paint store, and I'm not a whiny baby, I think I've got self-control here as I explain this to you, because it's wrong. You don't do, it's racketeering to do what Carla, the manager of that store in Mansfield, did to me, my business, Christian Painters. Because I had worked hard to build my reputation in Mansfield. I had thousands of customers. I was the biggest paint contractor in Mansfield, Texas, when that store opened. So instead of making my cards available along with other people, other painters, contractors, cards, if you walk into that store, you should be able to go to a area and see 10 or 20 or 30, maybe, maybe more, business cards for painters that have put their businesses cards there in that store. And that's all it is, because not all 20 or 30 of those paint companies actually paint in that area regularly. Okay, they're just people that understand marketing a little better than some other people, and maybe are even a little more desperate because they're taking the time to get their cards out all over the place. If you see my cards in a store in Mansfield, like Ace Hardware, Westlake, Ace Hardware, they've kept my cards there since they opened. They're in the little cubby hole there, everyone else's. You can go into Kelly Moore, my cards are in there. You can go into I believe the South Arlington and the North Arlington Sherwin-Williams, and my cards are in there. But I don't think my cards are in the Mansfield store today, even though I've left them, But that's the deal, is that the manager that was there for 9 years, her name was Carla, she never distributed my cards or made my cards and my flyers, which, I left hundreds of them there to kind of emphasize the point that, you're not going to give out my stuff. And I have very professional, nice marketing tools here for you to distribute to customers, because I'm the painter that they would be looking for. I don't think that most of those customers were looking for a painter from Plano or a painter from Mesquite. That's why I focused my business in South Arlington, in Mansfield. It's because I went to Arlington High School. Okay, I was born at Arlington Memorial Hospital. As a business owner, working all over the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, I made a conscientious decision to focus my business as locally as I possibly could. And that was South Arlington and Mansfield. Because Mansfield, hello, I love you, but you're South Arlington. That's why your schools are in South Arlington. Mansfield is South Arlington. And it's a wonderful place. I love Mansfield. I honestly don't understand anyone who wants to live in the middle of the city except for employment. And I think that sums it up. I think most people that live in the middle of a metropolitan area instead of on a countryside, because I can still get to, say, downtown Fort Worth from where I'm at. If you're in Mansfield, you can get to downtown Fort Worth in 20 minutes, depending on where you're going. Like, you can get from Mansfield to 87, 20 minutes max. So sometimes I can get to Hewland and 30 from Mansfield off 287 in 20 minutes. I know I've done it a bunch of times. And then I can get to downtown Dallas in about 30 minutes. I know that sounds impossible, but believe it or not, 70 mile an hour speed limit on 287 to 67, where it's 75 mile an hour speed limit, all the way up to 20, and then, 67 to 35, and boom, you're in downtown. So it's literally like 30 minutes to downtown Dallas. So I am very fortunate that I just naturally gravitated to Mansfield and South Arlington. I get that. But still, Sherwin-Williams should have made my cards available. There's no excuse. It's called racketeering. That's what it's called. And it gets worse, but I get tired of talking about it, honestly. So I'm just telling you that's part of, if anyone ever wondered, that's part of the reason why you don't see and didn't see Christian painters in Mansfield as much anymore. But I'm here and I am available. I don't run crews like I used to. I used to run, 3 and 4 crews at a time and take care of a lot of people and make a lot of people happy. But that's okay. I'm happy to be doing what I'm doing. I'm taking care of my grandson. And if I wasn't taking care of him, honestly, I'd be more focused on music. I would still be painting like I do, but I would not be trying in this economy to build a big business or maintain a bigger, business with multiple crews or anything like that. I would be making the money that I can and helping the people that I can, and focused on making music. Music is my second love. My children are my first love. Music is my second and really only love. I like to bowl. I like to ice skate. I like to fish. I really like to play pinball. I'm a pinball wizard. I like to play air hockey. I like to shoot pool. I like to play tennis. I like to do a lot of things, but there's nothing I like to do more than A, my children, but B, music. I play music. I have one guitar over here, and I have my acoustic guitar over here. I have my laptop computer here because I was going to point out to anyone who hopped on and might be watching why I'm using my phone instead of my computer. But I've been on here for about 15 minutes or so, drinking my first cup of coffee. I have started my second. And that alone will sustain me for a minute, so it's all going to be good. I don't have television on my Roku. All I have is everything else, believe it or not. One way or another, I have everything else, but I mostly watch YouTube. I watch a lot of true crime, actually, on YouTube. Right here in Texas right now, I made a video about Matthew Edgar's his last name, Loy. It's either Loy or Hoy. Matthew Hoy Edgar. But he's from Texas, and he killed a beautiful young lady, and then skipped out on court. So he's been convicted of the charge. And from the last I checked, is still loose. I'm so not the person that gets involved in that kind of stuff, and I'm rambling on now, but my heart just freaking goes out, always, I personally love life from a personal perspective. Man, every day is my birthday. I am not the guy that has to myself into balance, shoot, man, I wake up stretching, touching my toes, ready to rock, that's what I do. I climb ladders, I hang off of ladders, I'm an acrobat, and I eat dandelion, for anyone that doesn't know and anybody that might be paying attention. Hey, Daniel Rosas, are you still with me, buddy? Oh man, that's what I should have done. I should have put Daniel's thing up there a little bit ago. Sorry, everybody. So there's Daniel Rosas right there. So, hey, Daniel, have you ever heard of eating dandelion? Yeah, man, dandelion's where it's at. That's how I maintain this figure. And, yeah, that's it. Part painting, it's not enough to just to be able to cut in straight lines. It's not enough to know a professional trade. You have to know multiple professional trades and act like it all goes together as one. It's kind of like being a mechanic. As a mechanic, yeah, you are a mechanic, but you end up, you have to know, 10 different trades about vehicles. Of course, it's way different today with computers, so I'm going to quit rambling on. I'm just stating that I am making myself available to anyone and everyone who might need or even just want, if you're curious at this point, to have a estimate about how much it would cost to paint your home, what we'll do is you'll click on that link and you'll come on here live. I'll be able to see you in what's called backstage here. And you'll come on live. I'll be able to tell you, yeah, your camera's working, your volume is fine. And so then what we'll do live is you'll go outside and show me the house. And I'll be able to, it'll work much better, you know, like if it were like FaceTiming, to where, you know, I was able to talk to you while you have the camera. That's what I'm talking about. That's the most key thing, is that I can be there with you. I can come over to your home for a free estimate. And this is it. Doesn't cost me gas. Doesn't cost me wear and tear. I have to stop and buy lunch while I'm out and go grab a sandwich. You know, I'm not in my pajamas. I do have my work, you know, uniform on here. Well, I did. Look, I removed my hat when I removed my glasses. Yo, y'all. So, I got my shorts on, not my jammies. But if we have learned anything here in 2022 through StreamYard live casting, it is that we do enjoy the comfort of our homes, don't we? Podcasters are known to podcast in their jammies, or just in their underwear, or in the streak. So that's how it works, is that if you need a free estimate, you will click on the link, and I'll be able to bring you up live on the show. And then you will take us, you know, outside, if it's your exterior that you need to have painted, and show us. And I can tell you by looking at the home, I've been painting houses all my life, but as Christian painters here, you're on the Christian Painters YouTube channel with over 3,000 subscribers, and we would love for you to become one. Slam that like button, ring that bell, subscribe, please subscribe. That is obviously the third reason that I'm doing this. The first is to facilitate free estimates. People cannot afford to go driving across freaking town. I can go. Like if you're my customer, like I do feel bad about, I said earlier, I had a customer that called, said he had 2 houses for rent. And I was trying to talk to him through text and phone calls about the job. And he seemed to be a little short and just said, hey, just come over to the house. And I can't do that. You know, I could, you know, I did ask him, like, you know, what did I paint for you before? And he just said exterior. And he should have provided an address. It was an exterior on one of those jobs. So, like, here's an example. Is I used to remember all of that. Like, I used to be able to remember everybody's name, all my customers. Yeah, I could remember all my customers' names. I could remember their children's names, their spouses' names, their pets' names. I could remember everything. My brain is pretty crazy how it works, right? I can remember the colors I used on the jobs, the products I used on the jobs. I like, it permeated, became part 100% of who I was as a human being. And I had files. I had everything filed in the computer and everything. But with downsizing the company and the economy, again, I'm not the only painter. You know, like the ones that have survived, there's no question, are the corporations. You know, the guys that were able to lean on their banks a little harder and things like that. You know what I'm talking about, and it's all good. It's, hey, I want you to hire who you want to hire. I don't want your money. I don't want your money. I want your business. I want to help you. If you need a professional painter, I'm a professional painter, and I charge money, right? That's what's going on. I just can't afford to give free estimates, and neither can anyone else. So if you need a free estimate, here we go. I got my fan deck right here. That's the other thing. If you're going to paint your house yourself and you don't even need an estimate, you just have some questions about painting, you need some help with colors, contact me. I probably already have a video posted on my YouTube channel with the colors that you're interested in or the colors that I would recommend. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, ever going to shove anybody into colors. So it's not like that. I'm just telling you that even though there's a whole fan deck and plethora of colors, really most of the colors that people actually use in their homes, are right here. There's not that many families. There's probably 20 families of colors max, and that goes through the grays, the gray beiges, the beige grays, the beige tans, and the tans. Okay, and that's it. That's everything. Mauves. There's like these taupes. So taupes. If you don't know what a taupe is, a taupe constitutes mauve. All right. If you ever were like confused, what's the difference between a beige and a taupe? Well, it's mauve. All right. So you can get a taupey gray. You can get a taupey beige. So that's a mauve. Anytime you're dealing with a mauve color, though, you want as little of the mauve in the color as possible. So it's very important. And so that's good, though, because it simplifies things. And Sherwin-Williams really only has one good gray mauve family of colors. They only have one good beige mauve family of colors. And so does every other paint company. Kelly Moore only has one good mauve gray beige family. Same thing with grizzle gray, like the grizzle gray. What is the rest of that? Is that iron ore? No, that's, oh my goodness, I got to find it now. But anyway, grizzle gray is a greenish gray, but it doesn't have so much green in it that it's green. It's still gray. And so that whole family is a green gray, but it's a very slight hue. When I'm talking about colors, when it comes to grays and beiges and mauves and tans, I meant taupes and tans, we're talking about hues. What's the difference? That's the difference. That's a gray that has mauve hue to it right there. And that family is... it's actually a beige that's a mauve beige. So essential gray and grayish. It's that family. What's the darker colors? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Like, I really wished I had a family of colors here. And so that's how it can work in the future. Like, if someone really has a question about colors, I can dig into this fan deck and take a minute and get you to the colors. But in the future, what I'll be able to do once I pay for the service, because StreamYard's a $20 a month service for the upgrades, I'll be able to do some things. Like if I have a color recommendation, heck, if you go to my Facebook page or my YouTube channel in the community, you can see all these memes that I make for Christian painters that feature these beautiful colors that I recommend. So I could easily post the color right here on the screen. Not only can I help recommend the color, I can post it right here on the screen in the future. And so you say, how do you do that? You say, well, real simple. I would need you to show me the brick in your home and just tell me, give me an idea of the colors that you're interested in to go with that brick. And from that, I can easily get you into a couple of colors that are exactly what you would want for your home. And then I can also show you a couple of colors pretty quickly that are not what you would want, just to kind of eliminate that thought process from your thoughts. And I don't always do that. I try to feel the customer out. I always show them the customers that I know are the only, like, I know the colors. Nobody knows colors better than me. I've had so many times where people ask me about colors, and I told them, and after doing what all it is that everybody does to finally select their color, they come back to the colors that I suggested. And I always say, you suggested the right color. Of course I did. I always do. That's one of my other talents, is I can be confident about the things that I actually do. Can't do everything. Like, I really don't want to do your sheetrock repairs. There's another customer. I've got a customer that wants to remove the sheetrock in a bathroom. Well, she don't know that I already know. It's an older lady. That the reason why is because did I say sheetrock? I meant to say the popcorn acoustic texture. You know, there's some on the ceiling right here in my studio. I don't know if you can see it with that fan. Let's see if I can tilt this up. There, you can see a little bit of my heart. Anyway, popcorn acoustic texture in a bathroom that's used sweats a lot and has a lot of moisture, and it'll definitely cause the popcorn acoustic texture to come loose. One of the reasons it'll cause the popcorn texture to come loose is because it never had a proper skim coat underneath it in the first place. What that means is that if you read the directions, the requirements on the bag of texture or box of texture, the popcorn acoustic texture, it requires a skim coat. This stuff is not designed from the manufacturer to just stick to the sheetrock. But for years, people have just been spraying it directly to the sheetrock. That's why when you look at it, it doesn't really come off normally where the tape and bed lines are. It comes off everywhere else. That's because it's not bonded. It never was. So millions of homes in America have popcorn acoustic texture just kind of half hanging from their ceiling, believe it or not. And that, folks, is a very hard lesson to learn. Okay. But anyway, back to the bathroom. I already know that, she needs a texture straight because the ceiling's coming loose because kids have been showering in there for 20 years or whatever, And it's a, supposedly small job, all that, right? And and it was an older lady. So I actually gave her the best price that I could. I'm just going to put it that way. I gave her the best price that I could on the phone. I had to call her. She can't remember. It wasn't that she couldn't receive text. It was just that it wasn't as reliable. And so customer service, I gave her the call and gave her the price, and she acted surprised, even though I was giving her the best price I possibly could, and I'm the most professional person for the job. And she was in South Arlington, so she wasn't that far from me. And she chose not to do it. There was another customer similar that needed a front patio repainted, and same example where I gave her a good price. Okay, so anyway, then when I got back to both of those customers to follow up, it was, oh, well, I have a handyman that does it for less than that. And I'm like, well, if you have a handyman that can scrape your ceiling in your bathroom, for less than that before you called me, I get it. It's okay. I'm not mad, I just don't understand where people think that in a bad economy, and maybe it's not that I don't understand where they think, it's just that, I still am the person that has this opportunity to bridge the divide, and maybe I can't do it for everybody, and it just doesn't, and it's not going to work for everybody. But honestly, I'm very glad that I did not go out to meet with either one of these customers in person, because I would have spent an hour of my time minimum, expensive gas in my vehicle. And I know it sounds, whiny or whatever. I don't care. My time is not only valuable, it's extremely valuable. And if you don't believe me, ask my grandson. Ask my grandson how valuable my time is, okay? My time is extremely valuable, and so is everyone else's, including yours, all right? So cut to the chase. No sense in trying to live in the past, dragging everybody forward pleasantly. Free estimates. If you need a free estimate, click the StreamYard link, and I'll bring you on live here. And I'd be happy to look at the outside of your home. You can walk around and show me, and I can ask you questions, and you can show me the areas of rotted wood and things. And I can give you an estimate, like a real estimate of what I would charge And I can even give you comparable estimates. Like I'm really good at knowing what other painters charge. And so, you know, I'm not going to bring it up ever. But if you have an estimate and you're like, oh my God, this one is, you know, $1,000 more. Well, I can tell you why. And if you go, oh my God, this one's $1,000 less than that. Well, I can tell you why. And it's okay. It's okay. It's risk-free. No risk to you, no risk to me. Just click that link right there and I'll be happy to give you a free estimate for your exterior house painting needs. And now let's move into the interior. For your interior house painting needs. I've got about, I don't know, probably 20 minutes of battery left, something like that. I'm going to have to take a break in a minute. So I'll put on some music and focus on my logo for a minute while I do that. But if you need painting inside your house, or maybe you're just interested, you know, there's no obligation here, none. And that's the beauty of this. See, I'm going to go back and explain and gripe and complain and all that a little more as I explain business to you and actual statistics, okay? But there's no risk here. And the beauty of no risk, you know, I mean, you're at home. You don't have to wait for me to get there or wait for a contractor to get there. You don't have to call people. Just hop online, show me your house painting needs, and I can not only give you a free estimate, whether you're actually going to hire me or hire anyone else or not, but I can help you with colors. And so even if you don't want an estimate, maybe you're just curious, maybe you're just at home on a Sunday afternoon going, I would like to know what colors you would recommend to go with my cabinets and countertops in my kitchen. And you might want to be prepared for the worst, because I might tell you something you don't want to know. You know, it might end up over here, baby. Just kidding. But no, really, I love to share my knowledge of colors with you just for kicks right here live. I love doing it when I come out to your home and give estimates also. I can talk about that, but I don't want to just be rambling on here about different things, okay? I've got to stay focused. And the focus is that I'm offering free estimates. Free estimates, everybody. We got free estimates. You know what's funny is I turned that music down. I don't know if I ever turned it off. You want to have a dance party? Just click that link for a free estimate. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment. I'll go right over here to the comments. I'm right here. I can actually leave a comment and say hi. Let's see, post comment. Hello, everybody. Love, love, love. La 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 la. All right, I gotta take care of some business. I'll be right back for free estimates and answering any questions. Doesn't look it's a whole different, does it? Let's move it over a couple or a few inches. Source of the movie right there. Oh, me even know. I don't like this rocking. All right, everybody. Welcome to the show. Right over here, we got free estimates ready to go. Ooh. Ooh. About that. Do you take butter in your coffee? Have you read the statistics about it? So freaking good. Butter in my coffee. There you go. Oh, I guess I could stop it. I'm gonna turn it up real quick. There we go. All right. Thank you once again, each and every one of you, for joining me here today. Just leave a comment below here, and I will click on it like a Daniel Rosas, and we'll bring you right up. Daniel, are you a house painter? Because guess what? That's the other part of this show, is that I'm not a house painter in like Plano, Texas. I've got friends that are customers, even, that contact me from there. And, I don't know. It's not all that important right now. But one thing is for sure is that I don't paint houses in Houston, Texas. And I don't paint houses in San Antonio. And I don't paint bowling alleys in Austin, Texas, like I used to. There was a time when I painted every AMF bowling lane in the whole state of Texas and every AMF bowling lane in the whole state of Oklahoma. They begged me to go to Colorado, and I don't even know where all they were going to ask me to go from there. I think that was it. Maybe they had New Mexico, but I couldn't go. I wouldn't mind doing that again today, but if anybody's been keeping up, I have my grandson half of the time, so I absolutely cannot do anything like that. But at the time, I don't know. Tulsa, Oklahoma was the worst. San Antonio was almost just as bad. Anytime you're on the road for 5 hours to get to your job, it's just tough. It's hard to, even Starbucks can't wake you up from that. Okay. We have such a great time, Papa. He's still asleep. So I just got to check in from Jam Jams that my grandson is still asleep, doing well. We had a great time today. Six Flags was awesome. The weather was great. The crowds were none. I mean, we hopped on the mini mine train and just read it. You're going to be hearing that bell. I think you can hear that bell, because I got pictures coming through. See there? Oh, wow. What happened? Okay, I don't know, I have wondered. My guess is that I'm still live right now at this moment. And I'm just going to play with this. Let's see. I really don't feel that comfortable about sharing pictures of my grandson at the moment, so I can't really do that like I was thinking. But let's see, what can I do? Well, I'm just going to go back this way. I'm going to go out of that program. I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to click on my latest little image, and I'm going to say, hey, there's that. I don't know. I don't think there's any way that I can make it to work. So I'm just going to hop right back over here. And voila, I'm back. Oh my God, he's back. I never went anywhere. God, I hope I don't take the time to watch this after it's done. If anybody doesn't know this about live streaming, no matter who you are, what you do when you get done, no matter how long you went, whether it was 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours, I've done a couple of 2 hours before, you're going to go back and watch it. And you might watch it again while you fall asleep. But you're going to go back and watch it, and that's the way that it is. But, I think I'm just going to delete this one. And the reason why is because I'm going to come back on. So while I'm kind of shooting the bull only on that real fast, I'll let you know that, part of what I'm doing, I guess there's a fourth purpose. I'm Steve Martining you here. It's to offer free estimates, facilitate free estimates, and provide a service. I think free estimates live on either a cell phone or this type of a service, it's just to get used to it. All right. Turn on your television so that your significant other can watch us on TV. Turn on your phone, click on the link, come online. You can actually even record it. Turn on your television and hit record, and let's go outside or around your home together here live. And then you'll have it, and you can rewatch it, show it to another contractor if you feel like, or show it to your nephew if you were thinking about paying your nephew a little bit to come over and help do some painting. You know, whatever it is. But that's pretty cool. I just now thought of that aspect that you could actually record it on your television. But I know for certain you can watch it on your TV, because that's what I do. I watch some true crime, and so I'll watch that on television, and then I'll have my phone and I can comment on my phone. All right. So first, it's to facilitate the free estimates. Second, it's to help people with questions. If you have questions, anything from colors, I say that because I'm very good at that. I'm good at everything paint. Anything paint related, I know the answer, not because I think I do or just because I read about it, but because I experienced it. I have experienced every type of scenario you can imagine experiencing in a painting business, multiple times. And so that's why I'm here. I'm happy to share that with you. The other reason I'm here is I want to build my YouTube channel. So I guess 4 is part of 2. I'm at part of 3. My 4th reason is just the algorithms. YouTube right now is crazy about these live streams, and I have live streamed. I've live streamed a lot while I'm working, but I can't really talk to everybody. I've talked to a few people, and I talked to people afterwards. Like I talked to my friend Dan. I'm not gonna. Well, I will mention his name. Why not? How about a shout out, Dan? His YouTube channel is Just the Facts Man. Dan, my friend Dan, his YouTube channel is Just the Facts Man. So if anybody wants to, here, I'll put that right here for the heck of it while I'm talking about it. But post comment, just the, I should turn the music back up, Facts Man. And I'm going to put YT for you and tube. In my mind, everybody understands that, but hey, I don't know. So now I can bring it up here, and it says Just the Facts Man on YouTube. Yeah, it's about getting the attention of the algorithms. YouTube is like really happy about reels and shorts. Now YouTube, it's just they're shorts. They don't have reels. Facebook is reels. Facebook is the one like super excited about reels right now. And I apologize for everyone else. I actually shut down my Instagram page for Christian painters. Like I permanently deleted it. I might start another one sometime in the future. I don't know. I might shut down my Christian painters Facebook page. That's possible. I need everybody here. I've been focusing on this channel for a long time. I've put a lot of work. I've invested a lot of time into this channel right here. And I'm ready to go to the next level. I'm not afraid of, anything. Like I have no inhibitions at all whatsoever. I know what I know, I know I'm a little, I don't look like the fella who just left Sunday church or whatever, but I'm here to talk to you as a professional house painter, not about as a politician or a religious, spiritual person. Obviously, those things are part of what make up all of us, and those are why we're interested in those things and talk about them. But I'm here to talk to you about paint. I'm here to facilitate free estimates, to answer any questions you have about painting for free. Anything from helping you into colors and choosing colors to any questions you have about how you prepare painting cabinets. You know, it's very important to prepare cabinets properly. How you remove wallpaper. There you go. It's very important to know if your intention is to where you currently have wallpaper, you want to have texture and then paint. It's extremely important that you know those steps. You can hire a professional. I mean, I fully agree. I think that when you're hiring a professional, you should do your homework up front. You should know what you're doing, what your needs are. But you know, if you just don't have time to, and you really have someone you feel like you can trust because they painted your neighbor's home or they painted someone else's home, or maybe in my case, I have over 1,800 YouTube videos on my channel here. Maybe you watched 100 or 200 of those and went, hey, that guy really knows his stuff. Then that's what we would do. Love, love, love. Hey, I got a couple things going here now. Pretty cool. Okay, back to that because I want you to click on that StreamYard because that's all that I'm really doing. I am getting ready for the ball game today, like everyone else. We got a 7:30 kickoff with our Dallas Cowboys, and I don't have a place to watch it. I'm probably going to listen on the radio. I might not. I might play guitar. I really don't know. I don't know until I get there. I know that it's very important to me to be live on this YouTube channel on a regular basis. I'm going to be working this week, so I think maybe Thursday for sure I can hop online during the day. So I'm going to say that Thursday day, probably afternoon, maybe morning, maybe. I mean, that was my original idea. It was 11 o'clock before lunch. But we'll see. Expect something next Thursday. That's what I'm saying. I plan on going live again next Thursday during the day. I will definitely be working Monday during the day. I'll be working Tuesday during the day. And I will be working Wednesday during the day. Painting, wood replacing some wood and doing some painting. So that's this week. I just finished up my past job. I did a concrete repair, which is something I don't normally do, and I got behind on it for a couple of reasons, the concrete repair. But I mean, I really did it up right. Proud of how I did it, and it was work. It wasn't easy. Like I had to really work on that patch to make it work the way that I did, because it's on a brick. It's in a cinder block brick, so it's vertical. You know, it's not on the ground where you would put concrete and smooth it over and stuff. It's up vertical, and so I had to put tape with paper from my tape machine over it and hold it in place and put more tape and let that kind of dry and set. Hello, the Air Force Base. They fly over here. Carswell. Hello, Carswell. Coming through loud and clear. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually in far South Arlington, Mansfield, and very near 287 and Turner Warnell or Russell Curry, if you're familiar with those areas. So anyway, oh, that's right. Free estimates. Answer any questions that you have, and then this is where I'm going to spend a minute. Is the algorithms. YouTube is happy about this stuff. StreamYard is happy about it. I have to believe that this is a proper thing to do, to go live with this, even though I don't have like a professional studio. You know, I'm going to move this a little closer because I'm going to kind of kick back and relax. There you go. or any of that. You know, I've got my iPhone. I just plugged it in, by the way, and it's running off of my home internet service. So I've got a very strong connection. And there's no reason why I cannot operate this program from this iPhone. Now, obviously, my intentions are as soon as possible to get a computer and 2 monitors. I'm going to move this way for just a second, not to show off my guitar that's waiting on me. But down here, this computer, get that to turn it on. All right, here we go. There's that computer. So this is my Christian Painter's YouTube channel here. I don't know if you can see it in the screen or not, but this is my Christian Painter's YouTube channel. This is my MacBook Pro that I bought in 2007, somewhere in there. It's the first year they came out. So if you do a little research, the first year that this computer came out is when I got it. And it's, you know, it's what it is. And here we are right here. I wonder if I could click on it and see what will happen here. It does not have me logged in. I'm not signed in as anyone, so. Hey, looky here. It's trying to come up. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's trying to come up. Nope, it says error. And that's why I wanted to, I kind of figured that it would error out, and that's why I did this. Is that this particular MacBook Pro doesn't have any app feature capabilities. I don't know how to put it. I sound like a dummy. I am a dummy. I don't mind admitting that. I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm not good at. And I am not good at this computer because, is that the right button? Because I'm trying to enlarge it to where it takes up the whole screen. There we go. So I'm going to try this one more time, see if there's a way I could hit pause. Let's do this and see what's in the descriptions. Save, share. Oh, that is the description. Okay, there it is. So anybody who wanted to come on live, if you're on your home computer, you just go to the descriptions there, and there's the link. Link to live guest, live YouTube broadcast. So that's the StreamYard link. Free estimates. This link right here is the one to the actual video. So if you wanted to share this video with your friends or on your Facebook page while I'm here live now, or share it on my Facebook page, this is the link. It's in the description. And then here, these are the tags. So I've got hashtags, house paint, free estimates, advice, and on. So that's what that looks like. Oh, look over here. Here's the comments. So it at least pulled up the comments. Just the facts, man. It's got that one. And there's Daniel Rosas. So here's what I would do if I had time. And it's not going to go to his channel, so that's okay. But look, there's the comments. See what happens if I hit learn more. It opened a new tab. Keep in mind, I'm not signed in, so that could be part of it. I could sign in real quick, but I'm not going to because, again, it always gives me problems. Like I'll show you, I'll go down here. This is one of my videos. Thank you to 3,120 subscribers is one of my videos. So click on that. See what happens. Ooh, nice commercial. Most people continue to take blood. So it will show a commercial on. Here we go. Get YouTube. Oh, without ads. Skip trial. That was me. I did that in the editing.
Showing the popular colors available and also the best products to use. Now I am very excited to announce to you and welcome you along to the community.
Hello, community.
Live interactive entertainment. That's right. Live interactive question and answer. Free estimates. Color selection, all live from the convenience of your living room television to your cell phone. The most convenient way to get the accurate information that you need when painting your home. Thank you.
Very interesting.
All 801 likes. 823 followers, 23 new likes on our Facebook page, 38 new subscribers, all within the last 30 days. Thank you, literally all over the world. I am honored and excited about our community. Let me save you money, time, and headache. For just $10 for 10 minutes, I share a lifetime of house painting experience with you. The things to look out for, the things to expect. $10 for 10 minutes, and I save you money, time, and headache. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch another Christian Painter's YouTube video. When you need a professional painter, you know who to call. 817-473-0310 for all your interior and exterior house painting needs and help with color selection.
How about that? This spot here. There we go. Got it paused. All right. The only thing I regret about that was you not being able to see it a little better. But it did give me a break, and it totally showed me, I mean, not that I didn't already know, but I wasn't expecting that to play. I really wasn't expecting the YouTube to work on that computer. It really, the app situation is not good on that computer. So all is good. I have this phone. So until I can afford a computer, and that'll be soon. And I need a monitor so I can have everybody backstage on the monitor and be able to see my pictures and what I'm going to pull into the screen and all of that good fun stuff. Just go watch that crazy cowboy redneck Ryan Upchurch. He had it swinging last night. He has music. He has music. He has fans, followers, over 1 million on his YouTube channel. I think it's over 1 million. So anyway, he helps like I try to. He may have been part of my inspiration. I'm not sure. But I put out a video about that Matthew Lloyd Edgar, who is convicted of murder and on the loose here in East Texas or in Texas. Who knows where he's at? I just feel so bad for his mother and anyone else he might violate. But I feel really bad for her mother, the victim's mother. And again, I feel bad that I don't have the ability to pull all that up, because I'd be happy to pull it up here and show you. as like halftime entertainment on my live free estimates broadcast. That's kind of what I was thinking. Right? But obviously, I have to have the capability to do that, and that will come with just a little bit of time. So, in the meantime, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to not use this computer. That was the point. This computer won't work with StreamYard. Tell you what I am going to do, though, is I don't know what's going on, but I am going to go over here to StreamYard. Let's see. Hang with me really fast. There it is. Because I'm certain I've already done this. No, I typed it in directly, so don't mess with me. The easiest way to create professional live streams, get started. So I am on StreamYard, and it's real simple. They just say get started. So let's see what happens. Whoops, you didn't enter an email. So I'm going to wait on that. I'm sure that I've already done it. But a lot changes. Like StreamYard's made change after change since the first live broadcast I did a few months ago. So good news is next Wednesday I have a live broadcast. It's one of the reasons I cannot do anything with Christian painters until Thursday. But I have for my music channel, and if you want to know what that is, just holler, leave a comment here, and I'll tell you what it is. But or call me, come online, and I'll tell you what it is. But next Wednesday I'll be doing that live, and I have a scheduled guest, an actual guest. It's pretty cool. Oh well, I'll tell you, I have this fella right here, just the facts man himself. So this is my special guest on my music channel next Wednesday. So maybe if you click on his link, it'll take you, he'll have some material there that'll take you over there. But either way, just let me know and I'll be happy. I'll be so happy to let you know. It's a music related show, and that's what I do is music. Now is just as good a time as any on my way out because I am beginning to close this broadcast. So this is your last chance, anybody? shout out to Dirty Job. Dirty Job in Mansfield, Texas. And on the back, we've got Phoebes, Mr. Phoebes. That would be Division Brewery. Division Brewery, major shout out to everything they do for music and craft beer. All right, so I'm gonna jam this real quick and I'm gonna put it down. Ready? All right, so there's a little jam sesh. Sorry to bug you, but that's just what I do is make music, and I know that doesn't sound like much, but it's about 2 cups of coffee's worth. Yeah. And besides, I was bored, and I'm just sitting here waiting for someone who would like to have a free estimate, or someone who has questions. So, already said I'm on my way out. What that means at this moment is click on that, please. Or don't. Click on that, please. Or don't. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm bored. I get bored really fast. I'm hyperactive. That's why hyperactivity is one of the number one coveted human traits. Hyperactivity, when focused properly, which is very easy to do, will get a ton of stuff done. So if you have hyperactive children, teach them how to focus and get stuff done. My grandson, he's freaking hyperactive as they get. So we have a thing, and he did it. Like, he's so smart. You just got to be there. It just takes a little time and a little, little nurturing. So if he has a YouTube channel, if you'd like to know what it is, ask and you shall receive. But that's how this works. I don't give out information for free. You gotta participate, folks. So anyway, on his YouTube channel, we made a video at a car show. We go to car shows pretty regularly, and he makes videos. He makes his own videos. So he was inside one of these really nice cars. And so I told him live on video, or not live, but on video, I told him, hey, look here, focus. Snap my fingers like that. I say, hey, well, I snap my fingers and say, look here, because he wasn't looking, he was looking away, and his body was moving the other direction. So I said, hey, look here. That made him look. I said, focus. It's all he needed. We got right back to what we were doing. And so then he saw that video, and so he loves that. It cracks him up. And so now he's like, he gets the whole process. He knows how to like make himself focus. It's pretty awesome. And so I encourage anyone with hyperactive children to just embrace the gift and give them some time and nurturing to be able to develop into their true character, their true selves. And That's what I'm doing with you right now. I'm being very patient for anyone who wants to ask a question. If you just ask a question, I can answer it right here live in the comments. Or if you click on that link, yeah, that link right there, that one. No, not that one. Well, I'm back down here now because I'm watching the feed. Click on that link, doggone it. And I'll bring you on live and you can show me on camera the inside of your home or the outside of your home. And I'd be happy to give you a free estimate. I'd be happy to, like to be ecstatic to help you with colors and all that live, free, right here. And I know at this point, like anyone watching and paying attention would be like, dude, you could have already driven to my house by now. But you got to understand that YouTube pays me money. Not much. Not much at all. But you know what? They're going to be paying me a lot more really soon with these live broadcasts. And I know, again, anyone watching is going, whatever. No, it's whatever back at you, baby, because this is the future. This is it. And so since this is the future, the algorithms love it. They are 100% supportive of it. And there's just almost nothing you can do to stop it. The sooner you embrace it in your area of business, in your area of expertise, the better off you also will be. I'm actually behind the curve. So, again, that's where I said we'll talk. I'll just talk about that kind of stuff until someone wants to talk to me about paint. But I'm actually behind the curve. I saw StreamYard, or I saw someone StreamYard a year ago, and it was Mark Vorderberger. Mark, how do you say your name? Mark, hop on here, man. I should have sent you an email. So I'll get into that, okay? So that's where I'm going to get into having guests and how I promise you that this is going to change. If you're being bored with this right now, consider yourself fortunate or whatever, because that's why I'll probably delete this. These shows are going to rock. This is going to be a great process for me and for this channel and for my subscribers and for all of my viewers. Let's see, I can back up to that. As grateful as I am, and I never really talk about, subscribe. I say it like, I don't know, at the end of some of my videos and stuff, but I never really worried about subscriptions on this channel. I just wanted a place for my customers to be able to find me. I never did a lot of yellow page advertising, but I did do creative advertising, and I did do yellow page advertising, just not. To kind of take it back, Todd Baldwin is a great time to say hi to Todd and look him up and bring him on the show as a guest in the future. Todd Baldwin's a really cool guy. He's one of my old customers. Haven't heard from him in a while. But he owned, I believe, I'm sure he'd forgive me if I was wrong, part owner of Great Southwestern Directories. So that was an old phone book, Great Southwestern, that serviced Arlington well. They were the first phone book that had color. So if you remember, we had yellow pages. So they were all white and all yellow. And so one day we came out or saw a new phone book came out in Arlington, surrounding areas that had color in them. Color in the ads, color tabs, different things. I think they actually had small color ads in the yellow page listings. I forget how they did it, but either way, Todd Baldwin is an amazing individual and someone I'm proud to have done work for. And as part of that, I definitely advertised in the Great Western directories, many of them. And he'd make a great guest. Todd, how are you doing these days, man? I hope you're doing wonderful, you and your family, no matter what the circumstances are, you know. But Todd, please join me live. Click on that link or just leave a comment down there so that I know that you're commenting. What is that little box? Hide current comment. Okay. So, nope, not worried about hiding anything. Let's see. It's the YouTube channel. How this all came about. I'm going back to the very beginning, before there was YouTube. You know, there were phone books, but there were other things. I guess my most creative thing that I did advertising, other than online, like I started this business right here in June of 1999, primarily because I had two directories online. One was called ChristianRemodeling.com and one was called ChristianYellowPage.com. And I'd love to hear from anybody who remembers those. So funny. I should have kept them going. I just couldn't, you know. But at one time, both of those pages, both Christian Remodeling Network, it was a freaking awesome website, and it serviced the needs of a lot of people. Like I gave away a ton of free business. That's what it amounts to. And I wasn't going to invest the time into trying to sell advertisement on it and all, you know. I don't want to get into it right now, but those two websites were going strong. Where they manufactured from are two things. I think first and foremost, it's from my genius creativity, but hard work. I had set up the websites and then had business cards printed and, you know, professional, nice looking business cards. And I went to every Lowe's, every Home Depot, every week in all of Dallas-Fort Worth. I'm not kidding you. All of Dallas-Fort Worth. I went to every Lowe's and every Home Depot every week. And I didn't even have, you know, like my phone number posted on the websites, but at the very, very bottom. So I wasn't trying to get people to contact me. I had the businesses listed very easily to navigate and find the business you needed. And they were all people that I knew to one extent or another. So I pre-screened all of them personally. But I still couldn't get them to like really advertise, and I don't know why. You know, maybe I just was spread kind of thin, and technology changed. It was not understood when I was selling the websites. You know, I used to have a package like for $500, I would design a website with up to 5 pages. For another $100, I would design a logo. For another like 200 or 300, I would design a custom company logo that you could use, you know, everywhere. Something like that. I didn't charge that much. I have multiple businesses out there still today using the logos that I designed or one of my friends designed for me. And I sold to the customer, and they're utilizing that. But anyway, at the time, websites, believe it or not, you know, like ACR, I think that's the name out there in Rendon. ACR, they're the ones with the fire and the ice in their logo and on their vans, and I guess that's everybody now, but they were one of the first ones to you know, they were pretty smart about advertising, and I think pretty good with their services, honestly. I know they were good people. I took them as good people. I didn't really know Rendon in that area at the time, but anyway, one, I designed him a logo, and it's still in use. A version of that is still in use today, last I checked. But designed the website, and you know, I don't think that he understood, you know, that was a sign there to just stop what I'm talking about, because I don't want to come off as disrespectful in any way, shape, or form. As I was starting to say that, I remembered, I'm talking about a few people, like personal friends. Anybody know Mick Parvins? Parvins from Triple C Construction. I don't know what Mick is doing anymore, but we used to be pretty tight. And I sold him a website, and he didn't understand that, the way I did it, the package was $500 for the design, and then a little more for logos and stuff, and other things like I could do. Back at that time, uh, business forms were a real thing, like an estimate. Uh, People had like carbon copy estimates or 2-ply carbonless copy estimates and things like that. And Jason Birch at B&B Printing is one of my close friends. So I've always been able to help people with printing, and I was doing graphics. So I did more than just logos. But nevertheless, here's the thing is the domain name at the time was $10 a year. And hosting, I think at the time, and trust me, I could have done so much better. Like I have friends that created their own hosting servers, and God bless them. I should have done that years ago. But either way, hosting is a service, and it's an ongoing service. Hosting at the time was like $100 a year. You can get it for free now on a lot of pages, and down to probably less than that. I might be misquoting. It might have been more than $100 a year for hosting at the time. But it's just whatever. I used to use a company called Christian Web Host, and they're still available. So you can go check them out. And that's who I used to use, and I had my own like server through them that I could sell hosting on. Not at this time, but eventually I did develop that. But anyway, times have always been a change in that industry, and that's one of the reasons I wanted out of it. I recognized, because I was in it thick, like I was paying my bills doing website design. I even had a catastrophe in my family that's outside of my hands. And my response to it was to take advantage of some other family that had land out in the middle of Navarro Mills. So I started the business doing graphic design and web page design and everything, and moved out to Navarro Mills, like moved my family out there. And I think it would have been a whole lot better. I mean, it worked, I think. It wasn't perfect because there's nothing perfect. Okay. Anybody listening, there's nothing perfect. I am very respectful and enamored even by people who did find themselves in the right places at the right times, and all of their hard work shows, and they were able to do good. In my line of business, though, and maybe it's just I'm stupid. Maybe it's my big heart. It's part of why I'm doing this. Is I've been ripped off by customers. I've been ripped off by sales managers. I've been ripped off by employees and employees and employees and customers. If you want to know, I've got a list of customers. I don't mind sharing them with you. There is one person in particular that is in business that I know my friends hire. A female attorney. All right. Yeah, if you drive up and down 287, it's a female attorney. And she ripped me off $3,000. I wouldn't go anywhere near that lady. I mean, really. I wouldn't. I needed the money bad at the time. Who doesn't always need $3,000? But like I had my sister-in-law rip me off $5,000 straight up. Just told me, "So sorry, we don't have any money." And I was like, "Well, put you on a payment plan." You know, so man, I've been ripped off by my own freaking in-laws, and of course they're not my in-laws anymore. But I was good to those people, you know, and they shit on me. So that's why I'm here instead of out there at your home, because I'm not gonna be vulnerable and shit on in a bad economy. But I'll be happy to give you a free estimate live here on my YouTube channel. I'll be happy to answer questions, and I'll be happy to help you with colors, get you into the right colors. And that's just the way it's going to work. I'm not doing free estimates anymore. If I have a customer that lives near by my home and is one of my actual customers and freely communicates, because I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to tell people more than once or twice that I can't afford to give free estimates. I really need you to tell me what you need to have painted and let me give you an estimate to the best of my ability before we before I drive out there. I mean, it's a harsh reality, but you have to tell me. I'm not taking other estimates. I know who you are. I have used you in the past, and I want to use you again, and I'm not taking other estimates. And you have to know me well enough, because I did work for you, that you trust me, that I'm not going to come over and gouge you, that I'm going to come over and charge a fair price like I always have for professional services, and we go to work. It's that simple. And otherwise, if you're not of the mind that you know who I am, that you know what I charge, I advertise my rates on my YouTube channel, I advertise my rates on my Facebook page. I'll be happy to text them to anybody who sends a text to me saying I need interior painting. So you just have to be the person. The burden is upon the customer. It's not on me to come out and give free estimates. If you cannot communicate to me freely and willingly and openly, hey, you're my painter. I know what you charge. I have 3 rooms. It's going to be $900 for those walls, or it's $1,200 for those walls. That would have been my customers 10 years ago, or what? Just 2 years ago. When did I raise my prices to 400? Oh man. Anyway, 400 for the walls, 200 for the ceilings, 200 for the trim. See, it's not complicated. See this room right here? It's easy. That ceiling's $200. Those walls, see, that door, $50 to paint that door. It's not complicated. I can give you a price that fast. Why do I need to come out to your house? So that your dog can approve of me or something? Oh, I trust my dog. Well, my day of proving myself to people's animals are just a bygone thing. Whatever it is, whatever your particular thing is, respectfully, it's not right anymore. It's not right for you. It's not right for the business owners. Who comes out to give free estimates? Nobody. Roofer trying to steal your money. I've got over 1,800 videos on this YouTube channel documenting my commitment to excellence. So that's all I ask, is that you watch some of those videos and go, oh, the guy really knows his stuff. Oh, he's right here in South Arlington and Mansfield, and he has been all his life. Oh, here's his prices. This is how much it will cost. If you can't do that, that's okay. That's not a requirement. I'm just saying that's the requirement for me to come out to your home, just like it would anyone else. You got to say, hey, I am willing to pay this much. When can you come do this? Okay. I'll get better about saying it without jesting and all of that. That's part of why I'm doing this video now. One thing I've learned from my past videos is that I was able to get a little frustration out, like musical frustration, in my first couple of videos, so that it was a lot easier for me to proceed from there. um, without as much resentment towards people in the music world that act as though they are fair. They want to be seen by others as though they are fair, but they have not been fair back toward me. People that I've helped a lot. I've helped a lot of musicians, and for whatever reason, most musician minded people that work really hard to be crafting their music, they have a certain expectation of like fandom. And so I think that like all the videos I've made and all the shows I've promoted and all the pictures I take and post and everything, that they think of it as, like I'm fortunate, like they're I'm I'm lucky to be able to glom on, and that's just not right. That's just wrong. That's wrong. That's what that is. There's nothing right about it. It's wrong to think that someone owes you something because you make music. Someone takes the time to show their appreciation by making videos and promoting your show and stuff. It doesn't mean that you owe them anything. Nobody owes me anything. I never on my shows never had to vent that much. It's not a matter of anybody owing me anything. But I do feel confident that, like, when it comes to music, that musicians want to be remembered properly, they want to be remembered by what they've actually done, not by what their estates say and the stories that they make up and tell to glamorize their loved ones. You know, I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, I was able to get a lot of that out in my first couple of music related videos, and it helped a lot. So that's what's going on here is I'm getting a lot of my little quirks out on my first video. And I'm really surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised I've been here for 2 hours. Wow, I can't believe I've stayed here for 2 hours. And nobody has called or hopped on. I want to say thank you to my one guest, Daniel Rosas. He at least said, I love painting. So if he would have hopped on, I would have given him the opportunity to see, where he loves to paint at. I'm just clicking around. It says stop comment. Oh, star comment. Yeah, man, I'll star that. Put user in timeout and block user. So that's crazy. Those are so close together, but we're going to star his comment because that's absolutely cool that he took the time. So there you are, start. And I talked about this a minute ago, so I'll talk about it more now. That if there are other painters, like my painter friends, I have multiple painter friends, one in Denver, Colorado. I have painter friends out on the East Coast. I have painter friends in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I have painter friends associated or subscribers on this YouTube channel, long-term subscribers. And so I want you guys to call in today. I'm begging now because it's going to change. I want you to call in the future, or when I say call in, I want you to come on the screen with me and have conversations with me. Because I will definitely be doing two things. But I'm going to stay right there for a minute first. And that is that, there is the slight possibility. Yeah, most of my customers are my YouTube subscribers. If you go to my analytics, the majority of my YouTube subscribers, which is freaking awesome. It's the way I want it. The largest, very large majority are right here in Arlington and Mansfield, right where I want them to be. But I do have customers, subscribers like you guys all over the country and all over the world. Like there are so many subscribers on this freaking one little channel. It's crazy. I know what I was going to say. Viewers. I have viewers. If you look at the viewership, all those areas go up. There's way more viewers around the country and way more viewers around the world than there than there are viewers locally. More subscribers locally, but more viewers uh, around the world. Anyway, I'm getting a little confused on how to say that. I have a lot of people around the world. So many people watch the videos on this YouTube channel. And honestly, it's crazy. I make just a small amount, small, very small monthly amount. And I apologize to everybody for all my silly videos that I put up recently because I'm trying to definitely, or I have been trying to keep this going. So, um, I came across this StreamYard a year ago with Mark Vorderberg, and that's what I was kind of wrapped up then in there with guests. So I'm going back because I'm going to reach out to you, Mark, and I'm just going to ask you to come on and let me estimate your house. How about that? You want to show me the outside of your home and let me give you an estimate? Last time I checked, Mark lives in Austin, outside of Austin, maybe Houstonish. So I don't know exactly where he lives. Maybe closer even to the coast, past San Antonio. It's kind of coming. I don't know. But either way, see, that's my point. I don't know where you're at. So you wouldn't be giving away the location of your home, or I wouldn't want you to do anything that would give away the location of your home if that was something you were concerned about. So maybe you could show me the inside of a couple of rooms and I could give you an estimate live. Maybe your lovely wife would like to have some help with colors. And maybe I could get you into trouble, actually. Pick out some colors that she falls in love with, and she's like, okay, honey, when are we painting? But I could help you find a local painter, even though I can't do it myself. I'm here in Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, actually. But I think I'll reach out to Mark. He's the foraging Texas guy. I'd mentioned earlier that I eat dandelion. Dandelion's what keeps me young and healthy. Keeps my blood clean and strong, and well, other things that are great for strong blood. So Mark Vorarlberg is the Texas forager. If you, he used to have a book called The Idiot's Guide to Foraging. The Texas forager, Mark Vorarlberg. I know I'm not saying his last name right, but it's close. He's actually a transplant from Michigan, I believe, but we accept him because he was the guy that was smart enough to put all the herbs in one spot on his website, at least most recently. I think people have done it in the past and people didn't care as much and you couldn't get that information out as much. But again, the reason we're talking about him is not just because he has the website. He had written the book and now he has a new book, and um, he streams live. I think now he has changed from, with his stream, I think he has changed from, herbs specifically, as in wild foods, wild foraging herbs, to craft beer, which is pretty freaking genius. I'm thinking about taking more inspiration from my fella. That or true crime. I could definitely do a true crime. I want to do a show called True Crime Offensive. I think in the true crime world, there's a lot of people that are too sensitive. They're worried about what everybody's going to think instead of just telling the truth and talking and being themselves. And I think part of the reason is that it cuts into their potential income, uh, the algorithms, YouTube algorithms, the way that they present their videos on YouTube and etc. But I don't want to, I couldn't do a show. When I'm talking about house painting, I'm not in music mode. When I'm talking about music, I might speak a little differently. I'm a little freer speaking. When I've been painting houses all my life. I know how to be respectful in someone's home and get to know them. you have to work with people on their terms when it comes to that. But when I do my music show, I say anything I want, the way I want, how I want. And so same thing with if I were to do a true crime show, I'd like to call it True Crime Offensive, and you know, get into the dirty stuff a little more, not be worried about it. So the other option is I do Dandelion Chef. I have a Facebook page for Dandelion Chef. I have a YouTube channel for Dandelion Chef already. So I could live stream on Dandelion Chef. I don't know, but probably not going to go that route. Probably not going to do herbs or foods. If I do anything, I might do a true crime. What was it? Oh, it was beer. Now that suits me much better. Like I could definitely like just spend once a week at a different craft brewery in the Dallas, Texas area, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, talking about craft beer. That would be freaking, that'd rule. I just drink the free beer or try to work my way into being offered free beer. So there's Daniel Rosas. I think I'm in the starred section. I am. So that's why he's at the bottom. So I'm over in the live in case anybody comments. This is absolutely getting to be your last opportunity to comment and get a live answer or to get on the live show today. I will have guests. I'm going to contact Mark and see if he'll come on. We'll contact Dan. Dan, my friend Dan. He was a painter. He's a painter in the military, and I think 45 years of painting, he said. So I'm sure that makes him a career tradesman in the paint world, which is pretty rare, really, especially more and more these days. But I know a lot of his is military, probably commercial. I don't know how much house paint experience he has. Like a lifetime 45-year house painting, that person is like next to impossible to find. But either way, Dan makes for a great guest. I have him on the music show this coming week, so I'll talk to him about maybe being on this channel and promoting his channel, which is that one right there. Nope, this one right there. Just the Facts Man. So he can promote it over here. He might do it just for that. We'll see. And then that way I have an actual guest. So when any of my subscribers happen to log in real fast or look this way, they see two people instead of just one. And that might make it a little more encouraging for people to pop in and see what two people are talking about as compared to one. But from there, it is my intention to at least once weekly have a guest on. All right. So what does that mean? That means people like I just mentioned, Mark, the Texas Forager, Dan, the Just the Facts Man, and a good guy. And also he's a painter. He actually contacted me later after the fact because he didn't comment on the video, but told me that he, when we were talking about the other interview, that he watched one of my live videos where I was spraying and showing the spraying technique where I cross tie system is what it's called. And it doesn't matter what I'm painting when I'm spraying. It doesn't matter if I'm spraying eaves or fascia or anything. You're using a general concept of horizontal and vertical, and that's one proper coat. All right. So thank you for that, Dan. But there are other people too. I have friends. The question is, how YouTube savvy are they? But I'm sure that I can find some people that will be more than happy to hop on this show with me in the future. And then also at the same time, I expect to have more than one show a week. All right. I'm just telling you, one show, I want it to really have guests. If I can, I'll have guests on both shows, but one for sure. The other one, I just want to make myself available. I'm also getting the attention of the YouTube algorithms, getting the attention of StreamYard. getting my subscribers' attention, getting my potential customers' attention, letting everybody know, hey, I'm here. And those will typically be shorter. I'm on here for well over 2 hours now, 2 hours and coming up on 15 minutes. So plan on doing like an hour show once a week and then a 2 hour show once a week with guests. Of course, both of them I hope to last longer. I hope my 2 hour show lasts 4 hours, but that's only because people will be contacting me for free estimates because people will have questions and I'll be able to answer those questions. That's my point, is I'm going to come on prepared to talk for an hour. But from there, I'll be happy to go for 4 hours or however long to answer all the questions and estimate anybody who just wants a free estimate here. And then, of course, I'm going to try to close some sales. There's no question about it. I'm going to close sales right here. There's no need for me to come out there and close a sale. I can write it up. I can text it to you. You can sign it and text it back. And Venmo me. You can Venmo my cash right on over, and boom, boom, boom. We can right here live show everybody how simple it is to hire a professional painter without dragging them all around town like a dog on a chain. Now, I'm saying that respectfully because I understand getting comparable quotes and I understand meeting people in person, but times have changed. Sorry, I didn't do it. It's not my fault. I'm just here to make the best of things. I'm the phoenix on this horizon. I am here to pick up the pieces, present them back to you in a way that is a good service, in a way that's helpful to both you and me. And if you need a few rooms painted, you're in my territory, Arlington, Mansfield, South Arlington. I'm at Alvarado, Burleson, Rendon. Or, I'll go to Plano or McKinney, but I don't have to just charge for gas. To me, driving to McKinney, for example, is putting my life at risk. That's the way I think of it. You can think of it any way you want to think of it. I don't care. To me, it's putting my life at risk. People out there are crazy. They're just crazy. You can't just drive down the road or down the highway anymore. It's not like that. And so, no, I will be happy to drive to McKinney or the other side of Fort Worth, but you got to pay me for more than just my gas. It's my time for the drive and the headache and the heartache and the trauma of driving all the way to McKinney up 75 with all those crazy people. They're killing each other out there, I'll tell you. But if you're in my area, there's no reason in the world why I wouldn't want your business and why I can't convince you right here live that I'm your guy. All right, so that's my final thought that I'm sharing. And I should have shared it more throughout the show, and you're going to hear it a lot. You're going to hear these two things a lot. The leaf blower outside. You're going to hear that a lot. No, it's that free estimates, answer your questions, and then also my customers. This is it. If someone calls me while I'm on the show here, I'm going to, whatever. If they call me before the show, I'm just telling everyone, I'm going to be on live, today at 6 o'clock. I'm going to be on live today at 3 p.m. I'm going to be on live today. And what I want you to do is I'm going to text you the link. So when you click on that link, you'll be able to come on my show and you'll be able to show me what you want to have painted. And I can give you an estimate right here live. And I've turned a lemon into lemonade because it's a bitter thing for anybody in sales. One of the number one things with sales is rejection. You have to handle rejection. You know why you have to handle rejection? Because half the people you talk to aren't going to hire you. Half the people you estimate their jobs, they're just not going to hire you. It ain't going to happen. They're not going to hire you. Okay, get over it. It's called rejection. If you can't handle rejection, you don't belong in sales. All that stuff. I feel bad right now. My brain is shutting down. I'm actually getting tired. Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar. He's got multiple ways of telling you what I just said. But all I know is that I'm going to be live with my customers. If you call me and you want an estimate, I will tell you. I do provide free estimates right there on your telephone. I'm going to send you a link. You click on that link and you're going to show me what you need to have painted, and I'm going to answer all your questions and give you an estimate right there after you click on that link. And that's the way it's going to work. And I'm turning it into lemonade for me, in the sense of not only am I saving myself that time, but ultimately it will build this channel. I'll continue to post videos of my jobs. I'll continue to make edited videos. I'll make much more edited videos. And, we're going to grow this channel. It's monetized, and it's going to grow. That's the end of it. This channel is going to grow. All right. Are you ready to grow with me? Because that's the only question. This channel is about to grow big time. So that means my monetization is going to pick up. How much? I don't know. Truth is, I don't need that much. And so, since I take care of my grandson, I don't mind telling you, everyone, every week, I have nothing to hide. If I could possibly work my way into doing a couple of shows, this one, and making money maybe off of my color consultation and advice, because I'd have a service where I charge $10 for 10 minutes. If you are hiring a professional painter anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, contact me for $10. I'll spend 10 minutes and save you money. Absolutely, I'll save you money. I'll save you time and headache. I'll tell you what to look for, what to watch out for, what to expect. Expect. You're the one here with the ball in your court. You should know what to expect. And I can tell you that for $10, and you are fully equipped and prepared when hiring a professional contractor to make sure that you get what you want. That's all. Make sure you're getting what you're paying for. So I say that because I've already had customers, because I have this YouTube channel. I've already had people for years contact me around the country. Not only in my chat, I'll always answer the chats my post comments. I hope I always answer them for free. But some people just call me. That's the way it works. That's how this business started. People would just call me for painting, and I finally had so many people call that I was like, well, okay. Really want to get out of this computer end. There's such a obvious learning curve with technology, and I was right. I'm glad I got out. I'd like things to have gone a little differently in my life. I'd like things gone a little differently in the house painting business. As far as I'd like for Sherwin-Williams to have represented themselves fairly to the residents of the city of Mansfield, Texas. And they did not, and it cost me directly. So there's some things that I would like to have not happened, some things that have been differently, all that. But it doesn't matter. Like I said, I'm the phoenix on this horizon. These are the pieces. I'm picking them up. I'm handing them back to you. We can do free estimates. It's okay. Just you're going to contact me, and I'm going to send you the link, and you're going to click on that link, and we're going to hop on here. So because of that, I might be going live every day of the week. We'll see what happens, but expect it to happen. It's going to grow. So that's it. This is it. This is the new free estimate for everyone. All my local painter buddies, contact me now. This is the time. If you want to, show me how much you remember me and appreciate me, this is the time. I'm not going to be bugging you like I used to, I promise. I used to really bug people for no reason, really, at the end of the day, just trying to help them. And I'm done with that crap. So holler at me, my local buddies, if you're interested, and we'll make sure that everybody's taken care of here, because I'll have way more business to get to than what I can get to. And I don't want your money. I only want my money. I don't want anyone else's money. It's always been um, my strongest held position in life, because I do not want other people's money. But you know what? I don't want you having my money either. I'm very adamant about that. I just don't want anybody taking my money. My money. I only want to provide a service. And here it's free. It's called a free estimate. It's free house paying advice. And this is the future. I might not be the best at it. My presentation, there might be people that you like looking at better. There might be people you like the sound of their voice better. I know that's how it is with me in true crime. In true crime, I mostly listen to Grizzly True Crime. Hello, Gisela K. I mostly listen to Grizzly True Crime. The main reason I mostly listen to Grizzly True Crime is because I might put this down just a little more. Turn down just a little. It's not gonna let me. But because of her voice, she two things. It's primarily her presentation. She's thorough. So Gisela, if you happen to hear this, or any of your Grizzly community happen to hear it, because I've commented on her page and on her videos from this channel enough that maybe possibly might swing that way. Who knows? It will eventually, because YouTube wants it to. But first and foremost, she does excellent presentations. She's very thorough, but her voice is calming. It's nice to listen to. So that's part of the reason why I've spoken this monotone voice, I guess the second part of my show. I'm going to try to speak a little more comfortably, especially when I don't have guests on, and try to keep my comfortable monotone voice on for everyone. Try not to get overly excited and bring you all the good news, and try not to just kind of drag on like my Matthew McConaughey drawl, So just a nice, comfortable monotone voice, and I can still speak fast and clearly that way. Where are we at? I wanted just a little bit of music, as I was telling y'all about the Grizzly community. It's the Grizzly community, true crime, and so there are other people. Zav Girl. I listen to true crime primarily because it helps me relax and go to sleep. But what happened? I started listening to true crime maybe a year or so ago. I've had a lot of trauma in my life that affects me personally. It's outside of my doings, but it affects me personally. And so true crime has been a way for me to have something interesting to listen to. I used to think of it as like gray noise, just something to listen to that's interesting, but I'm not, super interested in. And it helps me relax, helps me sleep at night, helps me sleep during my naps. My thoughts, for all you youngins out there, one of the things us older folks, I'm 57 years old now, I have tried to tell you, just don't know really how to explain it so much, is that all those thoughts from all those experiences, they accumulate. I was able to get a lot of storage space freed up. That's why I forgot about all my customers' names and everything, because I literally, intentionally, consciously kind of cleared my memory so that I could fill it back up with music. And I taught myself music, and I filled my memory and my brain capacity space up with music. So, true crime. Zav Girl, what she does is cool, but when she has a lot of guests on like I do, And so she's not trying to, not that Gisela K was ever trying to help anyone sleep and provide gray noise. For the record, I would like to say if she were to happen to hear it, and I don't expect that she would, so I'm totally just jacking off. But it's that you don't want to be upset by people gray noising your presentations and falling asleep to them, because we listen as we fall asleep. We listen sometimes when we wake up, and then ultimately, if it's interesting, it's a case we're following. We're going to listen. Like I listened to most all of Gisela K's. I've fallen off here in the last few weeks, but I used to listen to almost every one she puts out. She used to, but that's part of it too. She used to put out one or two a week, and they were all really good. Now she's doing more, and she does a lot of shorts and a lot of different things. I just don't have time to listen to it all, but I understand why she does it, and I think it's all good. And so that's where I'd like to head is something like that. And as much as I'd like to do dandelions and dandelion chef and foraging, people just don't care, and I don't care anymore. I used to care. I used to have a mechanism in me that when I looked out upon the masses, the sea, I said, we must rise together. And so I just have spent my entire life loving on other people, and I haven't been perfect. It's part of the process when you're a loving, giving, sharing, telling person. But, I really have inner mechanics where I've had gears shift and change. And I just really don't care. I have bills to pay. I have a grandson to take care of. And I have music to make. And that's what I care about. My grandson and my music. But I happen to be a professional painter, and you are calling me to have your house painted. And so this is how we do free estimates. We get right here, click on that link, you show me what you're going to have painted, and I'll give you a free estimate right here. It'll be that simple. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. If you want to help me, I will post my Venmo information in a lot of my videos from here on out. And I'd love to have your support. I really honestly just want to buy a computer and a monitor so that I can do these shows and be helpful to other people and increase my audience and my AdSense and increase this service. That's all. I don't see any reason why I can't increase the service right here. I'm 57. I don't mind climbing ladders. I don't mind replacing rotted wood. I don't mind doing sheetrock repairs. I don't mind scraping the ceilings. I just have to get paid for it. And I don't mind driving across town. I just have to be paid for it. But here's the thing is I have to make these videos for two reasons. One, to facilitate my customers, because I'm not going to be estimating jobs and I'm not going to be blowing off my customers. So what I've been doing for a few years is blowing off people that I can't get to. I can't help them. I don't want to call them and tell them I can't help them, and my time is very valuable. So it's been a real problem on my end. So I know it's been a real problem for other people. And I know as much as this might not necessarily be what we all want, it is the future, like it or not. Whether it's with me or the next person, you are looking at the future, and you know it. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm here because this is what we do now. All right. So thank you, everyone. If you made it this far, consider yourself fortunate, because I'm already 100% certain I will delete this video, since I only had one comment in 2 hours and 30 minutes, 34. 2 hours, 34 minutes. So with that, on the way out, I would like to say, everyone, love, 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 love,